Hey everyone, welcome into a playoff edition of Game Day Minus One. I'm Sam Calvert here alongside Tait, and we're breaking down tomorrow's Eastern semifinal against the Montreal Alouettes. Is do or die time, Ed? Break this one down for us.
I think this is a really compelling matchup to start the CFL playoffs. These two teams are very similar, both 10-8. Both teams that had some struggles this year when their starting quarterbacks went down to injury. And also the teams that have had some playoff success. Montreal, of course, won the 2023 Grey Cup against Winnipeg. Winnipeg's been to the last five. Two coaches that know each other very well, and Jason Moss and Mike O'Shea. Two defenses that get after it, Noel Thorpe's group from Montreal and Jordan Younger's group from Winnipeg. I think this is a really cool first game of the playoffs, and it's hard not to be impressed by what Winnipeg's done to get here lately, winning 4 of their last 5, and I know a lot of people want to put an asterisk on some of those wins, but Winnipeg has won 4 of its last 5. Let's not forget that. And now it tries to make history as the first crossover team to get to the Grey Cup.
Coach O'Shea and Jason Moss, the head coach of the Montreal Alouettes, spoke to the media today as we arrived in Montreal to set this one up. Here's that clip.
I think we're pretty evenly matched. I think it's going to be good, hard-nosed, exciting football. I think there's going to be a lot of football out there the way it's supposed to be played.
I think you're going to find an ultra-competitive match. Every single play is going to be contested. I think everybody, this time of year, it's a finality of the game. One person's staying, one person's leaving. But the way both teams play, they compete on every play. That's how they've done it all year. That's what got them here. And so, that's what our culture's been built on. We compete every single day in practice like it's our last. And that's what we'll do in the game. And so, we got a like-minded team in front of us. It's going to be incredibly awesome to watch.
The depth chart came out today. Obviously, a lot of changes with players coming back into the lineup, but the big one is Nick Dembski is a game-time decision, so we don't know if he's going to play yet. Talk about that one, Ed.
Yeah, well, obviously, if he's in, it's massive news for Winnipeg. He's been out the last couple games after he hurt his hamstring in the Edmonton loss. We're talking about a guy who's the leading receiver of this team and a guy that's an all-star. And he just does so many things for this offense. He's not just a guy that can be a deep threat. He can be that guy that can catch that second down conversion catch. He can run the ball out of the backfield. And Zach Collaros has always talked about his understanding of the offense and what he brings. All the receivers in that room love the guy for what he brings to their room. So getting him back would be massive. Taking him out is just as big an impact in a negative way. So fingers crossed on that one, because if number 10 is in the offense for Winnipeg, it changes things dramatically.
Yeah, and Gavin Cobb will come in his place if Nick Dembski's not able to go. But Zach Collaros did speak to the media today about Nick Dembski's impact.
Nick brings a lot to the table. I never want to downplay Nick Dembski, and I think you guys understand that. All the Winnipeg people in here, how much I love Nick and what he does for our football team. That being said, Gavin's had a great week of practice. He had a great game last game. Joey's done a great job for us, all year, coming in there and doing the dirty work and running routes when needed. So we'll be ready to go, no matter what tomorrow brings.
You spoke to Willie earlier in the weekend. He had some interesting comments about kind of coming into Montreal and being the villain. Just talk about that.
Yeah, we're so used to seeing Winnipeg at home in a playoff game, right? They've hosted the last 4 Western finals. So to be here in Montreal playing a game, to get to Hamilton next week to play the game, to get the chance to come back to Winnipeg is an interesting road this team has to take. And I asked Willie Jefferson earlier in the week about being the villain. You got to have to love to come into a place like this as opposed to being at home. And he had a great quote about you have to kick somebody's door in and take the food off their table. And it kind of set the tone, I thought, for what Winnipeg wants to do this week. And then, of course, Montreal's quarterback, Davis Alexander, wanted to weigh in on that apparently today, too.
Yeah, he weighed in at the press conference earlier today, and so we heard from Willie on Davis Alexander's comments about his original comments today as well.
So like I said, man, we ready to come in and handle business. It's a business trip. We're not here to play no games. We're not here to, shake hands and do the hoorah type of thing. We're here to play football, and I hope he's ready to come out there and play 4 quarters of football, because I'm ready to go out there and play 4 quarters of football.
As always, we pick a key matchup to focus on, Ed, in Game Day -1. So who's that key matchup for tomorrow's game?
Yeah, it's interesting. It's been raining here since we got here, and it's supposed to be like that tomorrow at Percival Molson Stadium. So I think that works in Winnipeg's favor, because this team loves to pound the ball. And when they are doing bully ball, as Brady Oliveira likes to call it. I think that's when this team is at its best. So if the conditions are like this tomorrow, I think it lends itself to Winnipeg getting back to that. So that's where my key matchup comes. Montreal will not have Mustafa Johnson tomorrow, their talented defensive tackle. He might be the biggest force on the inside in this league, so you take him out of the lineup. That makes that matchup look even more tasty for Winnipeg. I think they're going to try to grind Brady Oliveira the same way they did here in August when Brady had over 200 yards from scrimmage, 130 along the ground. I could see that as a recipe for the Bombers tomorrow, just to pound it, pound it, pound it. It's an old school matchup, kind of smash mouth, but I think that's Winnipeg's formula to get a win here.
I mean, that's kind of what we've seen the past 5 years is bully ball. So let's hope we see it tomorrow as well. And we also like to pick an X factor tomorrow for tomorrow's game on game day -1. Just a player who's poised for a breakout. Who's that X factor today?
Yeah, it's an interesting one too. There's a lot of guys you could pick in this one, but I'm really thinking that Trey Vabel could have a big game. This is a guy that was named the West Division All-Star this week. He's also the West Division nominee for Most Outstanding Rookie Player and Most Outstanding Special Teams Player. Now, I'm not saying he's going to get a kick return touchdown or anything, and that would be magical. But in a game like this, again, with the conditions like this, he could flip the field for Winnipeg, with a big return into Alouette territory to set up the offense. I think this guy is dynamic and has so many ways that he can hurt teams. He's done it with a missed field goal return this year, with kickoff return touchdowns, and with punt return touchdowns. He is that dangerous a weapon. In a game that we think is going to be close, the Alouettes are favored by less than a touchdown. That could be a real big factor in this.
And last but not least, the segment we like to do here, we haven't really decided on a name yet, intrusive thoughts, bold predictions, whatever it is. Just a wild prediction for tomorrow, Ed. We want to hear it.
Okay, here's some wild predictions. Brady Oliveira and Nick Dembski. He's going to play. We'll get in the end zone. 2 Winnipeg guys. Joey Corcoran, a Montreal guy, making a start. We'll get into the end zone. And a bunch of the Alouettes are going to eat too much Halloween candy tonight and be really sick tomorrow. So that's going to be a major factor in the game.
Make sure to get your same game parlays up on Play Now Manitoba with Nick Dembski, Brady Oliveira, and Joey Corcoran. That's probably a good payout.
And the guys
and
getting
the
sick.
Halloween candy as well.
Is that,
Can you bet on multiple throw-ups during the game? It's possible.
Check it out.
Play Now has many things. So, anyways, thanks for watching, everyone. That was Game Day -1. See you next week, because we have another episode next week in Hamilton.